King of Sports, New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to New Japan Strong and the kickoff to Lions Break Contenders Tour. We have been eagerly anticipating this tour to get underway, and I know it is going to deliver. A very interesting main event this week, Alex, when we see Ren Narita, no longer a young lion, against ROH's Bateman, a pair of debuts here on New Japan Strong.
Well, that's why you tune into New Japan Strong. You get to see new faces. And Ren Narita, he's been sent here on an excursion to polish up, to showcase himself. And he's got a test in Bateman.
Yeah, it's going to be a physical encounter for Ren Narita for sure. And how about this? It's like the marquee of a monster movie. Brody King versus J.R. Kratos.
Yeah, Clash of the Titans. Let them destroy each other. I love it.
And we'll kick off with tag team action. Kevin Knight and Jordan Clearwater against the Regal twins. Which one is your favorite?
I mean, it doesn't matter if I can't tell them apart. You know it's going to be an exciting matchup.
All right, let's get this underway. Here we go.
オープニングマッチ15分一本勝負を行います。
All right, so the Regal twins back at it once again. We saw them in six-man tag team action a few weeks ago. One thing you said to me, and it's no pun intended, but certainly the sky is the limit for this high-flying duo. I think that was a perfect description.
In the blue corner, both standing 5'9" tall, both weighing 172 pounds, Logan Regal, Sterling Regal, the Regal Twins.
How about that? And you also let me know on a little-known fact that they both share the same birthday. I thought that was great research.
Well, I really wanted to understand them, and I've learned that the Regal clones,
they're clones.
They are something. They are truly something. They are a spectacle.
Well, certainly a lot of promise for the young lion, Kevin Knight, and his tag team partner, Luminescent. Just reeks of money.
Well, I gotta say that Jordan Clearwater is like the modern-day Superman.
In the red corner, first representing the New Japan Pro Wrestling LA Dojo, standing 6 foot tall, weighing in at 200 pounds, Kevin Knight. His tag team partner, standing 6 foot 2 inches tall, weighing in at 220 pounds, the Golden Boy, Jordan Clearwater.
What I meant is, during the day, he works his 9 to 5, conducting business, and then for his night gig, after hours, he takes his clothes off.
Wait, what?
Well, he puts his tights on, and he does...
Oh, that's the modern-day Superman.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were talking about something else.
No,
So,
no.
all right, well, Kevin Knight, the young lion, representing the LA Dojo, And Jordan Clearwater versus the Regal Twins. And
Your referee for
obviously,
this
you've got to
contest,
give the
Nick
edge here to
Bonetto.
the Regal Twins as being the experienced team.
Absolutely. They have been a tag team for a long time. They've been a tag team since they were born at the same, in the same year after doing my research. And they know what they need to do to get it done. But I have to say the team of Jordan Clearwater and Kevin Knight are good. Kevin Knight, very impressive in his debut.
Did you like him against Clark Connors?
That was a very, very interesting matchup. Both men, trying to wrestle each other, and finally the experience and the aggression of Clark Connors was what got him the win. But Kevin Knight showed a lot of promise. You can see he's very technical.
Yeah, Kevin Knight originally born. You see that the toughness. He suffered that cut on his right eyebrow in training just before his debut match a couple of weeks ago, and keeping it covered out of precaution. Native of Brooklyn is Kevin Knight, who headed down south and he calls Atlanta home and began his wrestling training up in the Pacific Northwest as now. All right, so
Clearwater gets
Jordan
in right
Clearwater getting tagged in, the golden boy. Wild swings and misses.
Hurricanrana by Sterling. Did I get that?
No, that's Logan.
Logan.
It's okay. It'll be easy to tell now because that's Sterling with the handprints on his chest from
Sterling with the handprints.
recent war. Wait a minute now. Maybe I have that backwards. Maybe it's Logan with the handprint.
Now I don't know
Cover.
anything anymore.
2.
So Logan tagging Sterling
Sure,
in.
if that's the way you want to call it. You think you're right?
And we got a double suplex
Doubles, yeah.
on Jordan Clearwater.
Taking the bigger man over, but Kevin Knight coming in to break up the pin. Great awareness from the young lion.
I'm very impressed with Kevin Knight, I gotta say. Very technical, very well built. He shows a lot of promise.
And certainly tag team prowess here by the Regal Twins.
This is-
Oh, look at Jordan Clearwater with the
Wow.
strength. And the tag.
Huge tackle by Kevin Knight. And one more. Oh, wow. What a vicious European uppercut. The man is strong. And a big hip toss right in the middle of the ring, going for a hard pin.
Cover and a kick out at 2.
I'd have to say that, seems like he's absorbing the training very well. I mean, he's very technical.
Look at the aerial
Wow.
ability. My
Whoa.
God, what spring off of that drop kick. Cover, 2. Played college football at Shorter University. And Kevin Knight.
Huge body slam.
Straightforward. Taking the measure here and now making the right decision, tagging in Jordan Clearwater, who of course trained with the great Roger Ruffin and also Machine Gun Carl Anderson having a hand in his training. And the Cincinnati native nearly getting the victory. Clearwater making it count for 2021. Of course, the goal is simple for Jordan Clearwater. Set himself apart from the crowd and a near fall. Obviously, a guy like Jordan Clearwater doesn't need us hyping him up. He's a one-man hype machine. You want to find out anything great that he's done? Just ask him. You were never like that as a pro, were you?
Yeah, no, never. I'm a humble person.
Back suplex. And now Clearwater coming in to make the save. Oh, I think that was Logan that made the save. You're right. I would agree with you.
Whoever it is, things are not looking good for the Regal Twins.
No, they're not.
Jordan Clearwater has got Logan or Sterling where he wants him, and he's charging with a big splash.
Uh-oh.
But Logan able to tag out to Sterling.
Just in the nick of time.
Kevin Knight able to tag in as well. Throws a big lariat, but Sterling ducks. He's clearing house with big lariats.
Oh!
Firing up. Huge European uppercut in the corner. Trying to do the same to Kevin Knight, but Kevin moves out of the way, but takes a boot from Sterling.
Cross kick into the midsection. Kevin Knight shoved away. Here.
Oh, and a leg drop right on top of the head.
5 minutes has elapsed. 5
Look
minutes.
at this now.
Hops to the apron, able to slam Jordan Clearwater on a hard apron outside.
All right, so now Logan taking care, and here he comes. Sterling diving through. Tope Suicida there. Body's on the floor, but inside the ring, the legal man. Wait a minute. How about that go behind roll up 2?
What a message it would be if Kevin Knight could get the win for his team. Huge European uppercut. And another. Going for that drop kick, but Regal.
Man.
Oh!
Great camera work there. The thrust kick follow.
Going for their finishing maneuver. Will they be able to connect?
Yes, they will. And Kevin Knight is down and out, and it is over.
Time, 6 minutes and 12 seconds. Here
Well,
are
the
your
Regal
winners.
twins are
Logan
able to
Regal,
utilize
Sterling
their
Regal,
experience.
The Regal twins.
Their expertise in tag team work. Not an easy
Once
battle,
again,
but
your
able
winners,
to pull out the
Logan
win.
Regal and Sterling Regal, the Regal twins.
All right, so the Regal twins get a tag team victory here as we are off and running. The Lions Break Contenders Tour and our main event, Ren Narita versus Bateman. And I'm sure that the Regal twins will be looking for more tag team opportunities after getting the victory here this week. Continuing the action here on New Japan Strong, the Lions Break Contenders Tour up next. I said earlier on, it's like the marquee of a monster movie. JR Kratos, one-on-one against my guest standing by at this time, Brody King. Brody, I gotta ask you, why do you think JR Kratos singled you out?
You know, Kevin, I think that answer's easy. I respect that he came in here and he picked the biggest person and started a fight. I would probably do the same thing. But you know what, Kratos? If you think you're going to make your name off of my back, you got the wrong one.
第2試合15分一本勝負を行います。
It's one of those matches that you've got to watch like with your hands covering your eyes and just peeking through your fingers at the violence that's about to ensue.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Two monsters going at it. Love it. Let's take a look at Kratos.
It's like Godzilla versus King Kong come to life. Well, JR Kratos certainly did single out the biggest and the baddest when he went after Brody King in that six-man tag team match.
Introducing first in the blue corner, standing 6 foot 1 inches tall, weighing in at 301 pounds, the most feared JR Kratos.
So demonic looking. So intimidating. Obviously not afraid of Brody King. Singling him out. He wants to test himself to see who is the best big man. Who is the monster of monsters. This is gonna be that kind of matchup. different breed, but also scary. Brody King.
I'm just glad that these two want to fight each other and not mess with us up here at the
And
commentary
introducing his
position.
opponent
Yes,
in
for
the
the
red
betterment of
corner,
the world.
representing Ring of Honor, standing 6 foot tall, weighing in at 300 pounds, Brody King!
Let the violence begin. Big Bad Brody King versus J.R. Kratos.
And now the two eyeing each other down. Neither man afraid of each other.
Your
Two
referee for this
different breeds
contest,
of monsters
Justin Borden.
about to clash. Oh, this will be interesting.
I'm not anticipating a matchup with a lot of wrist locks and counter moves. I think it's straightforward violence.
Yeah, I hope not. That's what I'm looking forward to. I want to see some violence. And not wasting any time. Throwing forms, trading forms.
That battle of these super heavyweights, don't anticipate it going long. We could have a knockout at any moment the way they're throwing bombs at one another.
This is going to be a slugfest, no doubt. And a huge right by Kratos. Sending Brody to the corner. Brody fighting back.
Oh, my.
Wow, that was an open palm. That was a slap to the face of Brody.
Driving Brody King into the turnbuckle pad. J.R. Kratos continuing forward.
Oh, but Brody fighting back and a huge chop of his own.
We saw them lock horns in the six-man tag a couple of weeks ago, the debut of Chris Dickinson as a part of Team Filthy. But while Dickinson was picking up the victory to end the tag team match to get the win for Team Filthy, J.R. Kratos and Brody King continued to pound away on each other out of the floor all the way to the back.
Oh. There's probably been 200 significant strikes landed by both men.
Oh, wait a minute. Now Brody King starting to move. Here we go.
Oh, and Kratos able to hotshot him over the top rope.
Kratos caught Brody King coming in, and Brody King has left his feet for the first time in the match. And Kratos not giving him the opportunity to get back up.
Kratos so methodical, so calculated on every attack.
The question that I always have about, wrestling, those that are knowledgeable within the industry, how is it that somebody like J.R. Kratos flew under the radar for so long? When you look at this guy, he's got all the tools. Look at the way he's able to manhandle Brody King.
It's true. I'm not quite used to seeing Brody on the ground like that. It's impressive. Oh, open hand strike right to the face of Brody King.
But Brody King fires back with a forearm that knocks J.R. Kratos back on his heels.
These men are going to destroy each other for our entertainment.
Yes.
I like that.
So now Brody King back in the corner, and J.R. Kratos trying to whip him. No. King reverses, and nobody home. Look at J.R.
God,
Kratos.
huge boot.
My goodness, too.
Wow. This is incredible athleticism by J.R. Kratos.
And certainly, we talked earlier on before the broadcast, and we said, well, Brody King will have the mobility edge because we've known him to hit those ropes and move aggressively from side to side. But J.R. Kratos surprising us both.
Very impressive. Staying on top of Brody King. Not any man can neutralize a big man like Brody King. Very impressive.
And now J.R. Kratos, he takes his time. He is very methodical. And now closing in. Brody King caught him with that boot, but Kratos shrugs it off and now sweeps the leg.
Oh my God, a huge kick to the chest of Brody King. My God, I don't think I've seen Brody King suffer this much ever.
You're exactly right. JR Kratos has done what few others have ever been able to do, and certainly not anybody here on New Japan Strong, and that is put Brody King down and keep him down.
I think Brody King has found his match. Maybe somebody that's overmatched.
That overhand chop certainly a punishing blow, and again a reverse. This time Brody King does not miss. He connects in the corner.
Kratos able to push him off and tries to catch him with that boot to the face, but Brody King moving out of the way, catching him.
Black
On that side slam.
Yes, sir. 2, and Kratos kicks out. So JR Kratos kicks out. Brody King getting the near fall.
5 minutes has elapsed. 5 minutes.
And the fact that this slugfest has lasted even 5 minutes has to be a surprise to some.
It has to be over any minute now. I can feel it. Brody King is gearing up for something.
Be interested to see if Brody King thinks about the Gonzo Bomb to be able to elevate a man the size of JR Kratos. Certainly not the only weapon that he has. But now Kratos, he hits the ropes, comes forward. Oh!
Is met with a hard punch to the face, but Kratos able to clothesline Brody King off his feet.
Just leaping into that one, and Kratos driving Brody King down. Usually it's Brody King that's dishing out the violence, but JR Kratos certainly has brought violence in multitude here against Brody King on New Japan Strong.
Both men tasting each other's medicine.
6.
I suppose this is now a game of endurance. Both men can take a lot of punishment. Who's got more in the tank?
Yep. But I think to your point, we could just be one big move away. One big move could spell the difference.
And after taking so much punishment, will Brody King be able to pick up Kratos for the Gonzo Bomb? Oh, and another slap right to the face and a double chop to the chest of Kratos. Well, we knew these men would brutalize each other.
Oh, he faked him out, went downstairs, and now Kratos coming in, elevating those knees.
Oh, and a hard kick to the chest of Brody, sending him to the corner.
Brody King didn't leave his feet, though, staggering back. Kratos closing in.
Oh, and a huge forearm in the corner. Oh,
Wait.
Oh, my God. That must have taken a lot of energy out of him to be able to even pick Kratos over his shoulders, throwing him into the corner like that.
Yeah, certainly Kratos taking the worst of it. But Brody King, having taken all that punishment from JR Kratos, able to deliver. And now Kratos pulling himself up, and Brody King zeroing in!
Oh! My God, so much momentum, so much weight coming down on Kratos in the corner.
2, and Kratos
unfortunately.
grabbed that bottom rope that forced the break.
Too close to the rope. Does Brody have enough energy left in the tank to be able to pick him up for the Gonzo Bomb?
Brody King now with the shot. Kratos again reversing.
Oh my God.
Look at this strength on JR Kratos.
Wow! Catching him off that crossbody and able to body slam such a big man.
All right, now Kratos.
Picking him up for the suplex. Oh, wow. What a feat of strength.
My goodness. After the vertical suplex, he'll go to the cover. Is it enough? 2, and a kick out, just barely rolling that shoulder up.
What is Kratos got to do?
Oh, I don't know, man. But whatever world he came from, I hope he takes it back there because this guy is a walking nightmare.
He's trying to pick him up for that fallaway German suplex, but Brody King able to kick out. Stuck in the clothesline, going for a German of his own.
German suplex. Brody caught. Kratos coming in, and now off the rope. Burning
A huge lariat. Will this be enough?
Burning lariat too. No, that's not it.
Kratos barely able to lift his shoulder. Both men taking so much punishment. But it appears that Brody is calling for the finish. Will he be able to?
Yes.
Not sure if he has enough in the tank.
Oh, how about that
Kratos
jump?
catches him with that vicious flying knee. Oh.
10 minutes has elapsed. 10 minutes.
They are slugging it out here on New Japan Strong. Brody King finally putting JR Kratos down and out. The victory.
Wow.
Time,
My
10
God.
minutes and 9 seconds. Here is your winner, Brody King.
Well, JR Kratos singled Brody King out, wanting to make a name for himself here on New Japan Strong by knocking off the biggest and the baddest, and he nearly did it. Brody King withstanding the violence
Once
punctuated
again,
by
your
JR
winner,
Kratos.
Brody King.
But Brody King gets the win here, Alex, and now we can take our hands away from our eyes. The monster movie is over. Credits are rolling.
Well, I gotta say, I enjoyed every second of the amount of violence that I witnessed. I was really looking forward to it, and so impressive. Both men through everything with each other, but Brody King establishing himself as the king of the monsters, in my opinion.
Yeah, something tells me that it's not over between these two. But whoever comes at Brody King next, you had better beware.
We will now take a short break to clean and disinfect the ring.
New Japan Pro Wrestling is back. This fall, watch the best Strong Style Wrestling live in person. Strong is coming to cities across America with New Japan's biggest names like Jay White, Juice Robinson, David Finlay, and your favorite wrestlers from Japan. Coming to Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas on September 25th and 26th. Returning to 2300 Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on October 16th and 17th. And coming to Riverside, California on November 15th. Visit njpw1972.com/NJOA for information.
Oh, I'm checking out new merch on Token Shop Global.
Oh yeah, they put out new products like
Every month.
I just got a t-shirt.
I got a beautiful towel.
I just got boxers.
Oh yeah? I'm wearing them right now. I just ordered a mask. Good, the sooner the better, because I don't want to see your ugly face.
I love Token Shop Global.
I as well.
The stars of today and the legends of the past come together on your smartphone. NJPW Collection. Pick up cards from special draft events. Use your collected cards to form your own faction or exchange them for limited edition special cards. Check in live from venues or remotely from home to get special tickets and items. Add all of New Japan Pro Wrestling to your collection now. NJPW Collection.
本日のメインイベント20分一本勝負を行います。
Well, if anybody thought that the road on the main roster would be easy for Ren Narita, well, I think we can throw that out the window because his first test in singles action on New Japan Strong will be against a double tough veteran who is a familiar face to Ring of Honor fans and wrestling fans all throughout the world. And there is no one else like Bateman.
Introducing first in the blue corner, representing Ring of Honor, standing 6'3" tall, weighing in at 239 pounds, Bateman!
Wow, what an interesting character. His demeanor. He looks like a gentleman, but also a serial killer.
Yes. So this journey, the excursion for Ren Narita has brought him to the LA dojo under the watchful eye of Katsuyori Shibata. And all the training, hope it's prepared him for a test like no other. Let's see what Ren Narita could do here in his first singles match that we have got to see him in quite some time.
Introducing his opponent in the red corner, representing the New Japan Pro Wrestling LA Dojo, standing 6 foot tall, weighing in at 183 pounds, Ren Narita!
I'm very curious about Ren Narita, you know, what is to become of him, because he is very close to flourishing.
Your referee for this
he has
contest,
to go
Jeremy
through a guy
Marcus.
like Bateman, probably his biggest test in his young career.
Bell sounds, and here we go. Ren Narita, of course, got thrown into the deep end of the pool when he was a young lion, getting to compete in the Best of Super Junior tournament a couple of years ago. And while he didn't taste victory, certainly gained a world of experience.
Well, he certainly tasted some real competition.
And then the decision was made that Ren Narita was ready to continue his training, going on excursion to the LA dojo, and has spent significant time with Katsuyori Shibata, both in Japan and in Los Angeles as well.
He's certainly been equipped with the tools. We're going to get to see what he's able to do with them and how he's able to utilize
One
them.
thing, certainly, though, that I don't know if anybody can prepare for is Bateman, who comes at you at different angles and is an unorthodox style, a unique style all his own.
It's very true. He's very unconventional. It's very hard to read Bateman. Now look at him torquing on that wrist lock.
And that's the thing with Bateman. He can absorb a tremendous amount of punishment and rarely shows that pain in his face. And standing switch here by Ren Narita. Will he be able to take the bigger man off as Bateman controls the wrist lock?
Bateman, a much more experienced wrestler here. And this will be quite a test for the young Ren Narita.
And Bateman using those long arms and wrapping up. And Narita quickly with the escape. Again, they don't make the journey easy when you graduate from the dojo and you begin your excursion. You're supposed to take on wrestlers with different styles, different parts of the world, so that you can learn, so that when you go back to New Japan Pro Wrestling, you are a true, polished professional. Is that an accurate statement?
Yeah.
See, I learned from listening to you.
You're a very great listener. Well, yeah, I would have to say that they really have thrown Ren Narita into the fire here with a guy like Bateman. In order for Ren Narita to move forward, he has to go through this test. And what a test it is.
Yeah, and you look to other, and we were talking earlier on about athletes that have returned to New Japan from excursion and how quickly some have been able to get to the top. You look at Shinsuke Nakamura, who returned from excursion and became the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. Same with Kazuchika Okada. Now, I'm not saying that's the track that Ren Narita is on, obviously being a junior heavyweight. But again, how quickly he can pass these tests that he's being put here while on excursion will mean his return to Japan could be expedited.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, can you imagine what a notch in his belt it would be if he could get through Bateman? I mean, that would be, a green light, in my opinion. Because not everybody has their money on Ren Narita when he faces off against a much more experienced wrestler such as Bateman.
When you looked at, say, Carl Fredericks, for example, who was given permission by Shibata to begin sort of his main roster journey, he went from being the Young Lion Cup winner to then being immediately at the bottom of the main roster. So it doesn't get any easier along the way. Ren Narita doing a good job, though, sticking with the basics.
Yeah, and the basics is what counts. If you have, if you are grounded in basics, if you have a good foundation, that is sometimes more important than the more advanced stuff, the flasher, the more complicated. The basics can get you to the dance.
Now, I'd be interested. One thing I was waiting, kind of seeing, would we get to see the playbook opened up for Ren Narita a little bit now that he is on excursion. But he is sticking with the fundamentals here, and they are being applied expertly. And he has been able to ground Bateman, the bigger man, neutralize the height advantage, and trap on the head scissors here.
I mean, look how technical he is. He had him in that chin lock, and now he's applying that figure four on the neck of Bateman. That's cutting off all airflow.
Look at Bateman's head reddening brightly
Completely.
As Ren Narita had him trapped.
And not giving him any room to breathe. He's staying on top of Bateman.
Bateman using all of his 6'3" frame to get to the rope, and now back on his feet. And Bateman now with the shortcut tactics.
Wow. That was vicious.
Snap knee with a strike to the front side, a blind side forearm to the back of the head, and a near fall. Bateman is realizing that Ren Narita
is not to be taken lightly,
no,
for sure.
sir. And now this is the time for Bateman to start to open up his offense, and let's see what he can do as he's in the plus position on Ren Narita.
On a hard chop to the chest of Ren Narita. I'd have to say that, for all the fans watching us on New Japan Strong, this is a treat. To see when a guy gets sent to an excursion, that is a big kudos to that individual. We are witnessing, somebody that's young in their career but very close to flourishing. So I want people and all the fans that are watching to pay close attention to Ren Narita.
And you're seeing the fingerprints of Katsuyori Shibata, Ren Narita here in this aggressive side that is coming forward. As Bateman is staying close to the ropes. Referee Jeremy Marcus is trying, and a double thrust into the throat. An illegal move there, no doubt about it. So when Bateman has been in trouble, he has had to go to the shortcut tactics. And the elbow does not miss. Pressing down, and a kick out at 2.
Well, Bateman's gonna, he's got to be smart about this. I mean, how would it look like if he lost to a younger, less experienced opponent? The pressure is on him as well.
Here's the cover, pressing down hard again. Bateman doesn't get cheated in those lateral presses, no doubt about it, and Narita was able to kick out. Now, you make a great point, because for a veteran like Bateman, if he sees a name, Ren Narita, against his, on the lineup, okay, this should be a walk in the park. I should be able to exert my will against this young man. Doesn't have near the experience, not the world traveler that I am. Oh, but he's finding out. Look at the way the roughhouse style of Bateman down.
Come on, off the face, Bateman. That's enough. Keep off the face.
Well, just as much as Bateman can take punishment, he loves to unleash it.
Hey! Hey! Come on!
The training that Ren Narita has had, you can believe that he can take some punishment. Absorbing the chops of Bateman.
Wow.
Able to return a huge form of his own.
Rocket and fire and Ren Narita.
And now Bateman is grounded.
Get him back in.
And now Ren Narita not backing away and got caught.
And I suppose that this is the upside and the advantage of Bateman, is that he knows how to utilize the ring as a weapon. I'm not sure if these are the kind of things that he experiences in training, you know, but this is the experience that he needs to have.
Yeah, when you face an opponent like a Bateman who knows how to use, and that's such a great point, Alex, using the ring as a weapon like we saw with Bateman there. And now taking Narita up and dropping him down.
Wow.
Pulling back two and a kick out.
What a slam.
Bateman's in control. He's on cruise control right now, folks. And he's looking to put Ren Narita away, who has fought with a ton of heart and guts and certainly has pushed the veteran Bateman. But now it looks to be the time for Bateman to end things here with Ren Narita.
Oh, and a hard forearm. Although the Ren Narita still standing. And another.
I like Bateman's technique on the strikes, whether it's the chop into the chest or
10
the
minutes has
forearms.
elapsed.
It's
10
not
minutes.
a big wind-up, but rather it's a step in and deliver. Wait a minute now, reverse.
Oh, and he's able to catch him with that.
That belly-to-belly suplex.
Wow. Bateman is in the corner, and Ren Narita is charging him with a back elbow, catching him in the chin, and a suplex pin.
Wait a minute, floats over two.
Bateman kicking out on two. How impressive is Ren Narita? Able to turn the tides. Going for the Russian leg sweep.
Yes, sir. Shades of Brad Armstrong right there. And now Narita's got the legs trapped. And Bateman finds himself in a submission predicament.
And all submissions and all the moves that Ren Narita has been able to apply, they have a very technical basis. So you know that they're hurting. It's the openings. It's the openings that it's been a challenge for him to find those openings. But once he does, he's able to unleash some damage. And right now, Bateman is on the floor trying to get up, and a big stomp on the knee of Bateman.
So Ren Narita, 8,000 miles away from home. Uh-oh.
Big boom.
Yes, Bateman. The sole of the boot connects with Ren Narita's face.
Oh, no. Rolling back elbow, knocking Ren Narita to the floor. Wow.
And follows up with the boot. So Bateman, a kick out.
You'd think Bateman would have had this in the bag already, but Narita showing a lot of heart. He's absorbed so much damage. Is still in the game. Bateman taking off his jacket.
And now looking to seal the deal here against Ren Narita in our main event on the Lions Break Contenders Tour. Wait a second.
And Narita lands behind him, grabs the waist. Bateman able to elbow out and catches him with a a big lariat.
Not a huge windup. Pulled him in and delivers. Cover 2. And Narita.
Still kicking out.
Wow.
If you are Bateman, you got to be frustrated by now. I mean, how much has Bateman got to do to keep this young man Narita down?
I know there has been significant interest in Ren Narita from the fans of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Whether it's in Japan, all around the world, everybody's tuning in. njpwworld.com, here to see Ren Narita. And boy, oh boy, what a start to his excursion. But it looks like Bateman is getting ready to end things.
That must be.
And that will... No!
Oh, my God, Kevin. I cannot believe that he was able to kick out of that. This is unbelievable. This, I gotta say, this has got to be getting under the skin of Bateman. I mean, he's thrown everything but the kitchen sink at Narita. Narita still in the game. Barely, but still in the game.
Now, Bateman has taken off any covering on his right arm. And now...
Stay down.
Oh, God. Did you hear that? I could feel that. Narita still standing. My God, what a show of heart.
And wanting more.
My God.
And now firing back.
Firing back. Trading shots now. Oh, and tried to take him down with a lariat. Unable to. Narita still standing. Able to reverse another lariat.
Wait a minute. Look at this now.
This is an interesting...
Yeah, Cobra Twist. Cobra Twist.
Wow.
Cobra Twist, one of the foundational moves of New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Wow, Bateman able to reach over for the rope and is met with a kick to the chest and a big German suplex with a bridge. 2. Wow. Drops him on his head. Bateman barely able to kick out. Could you have predicted that Narita would be on top at this point in the match after taking so much damage?
Look at this. Trapping the legs. And now,
wow,
into his version of the cloverleaf.
Oh my God.
Oh. Time, 14 minutes and 53 seconds.
Impressive.
It is your winner,
There's
Ren
a reason
Narita.
why Ren Narita was put in this position. There's a reason why he's on this excursion. Shibata saw something in this young man.
That one got me out of my seat. I can't believe it.
Cow.
By any measure, this has to be a huge upset.
Huge upset. The biggest of 2021. Wow.
Attaboy, Ren Narita.
Well, you know that the future is looking bright. Fans of New Japan, you better pay attention to this man. We're about to see something great.
Wow, what a wild emotional journey this has been, man. I'm spent. Wow. I still can't believe Ren Narita got the upset victory over Bateman.
Let me tell you guys, the fact that Ren Narita was able to get the win over Bateman, that is a huge deal. So fans of New Japan Pro Wrestling, pay close attention to this young man. He is on the brink of something great.
And, of course, we saw what I feel is just the first chapter in the rivalry between Brody King and JR Kratos. And the action on the Lions Break Contender Tour continues next week. What an outstanding main event. More retribution for El Phantasmo for what he pulled during the Super J Cup. Our main event next week will be Fred Rosser, TJP, and the debut on New Japan Strong for Lio Rush against Hikuleo, Kenta, and El Phantasmo. Retribution for El Phantasmo.
Do you have a problem with Phantasmo?
Everybody has a problem with Phantasmo. We'll see what happens next week. For Alex Kozlov, I'm Kevin Kelly. You know where to be, right here, New Japan Strong.